running over haters when they Bogart. Ain't nobody afraid to G. Coming up the block, hitting hard, running over haters when they Bogart.
I'm in a motherfucking battle mode. Too many of you but watch me take control. Proceed to grab my fucking in and let my shit unload. Attack like vicious cobras with hunchbacks. Don't move a muscle, I strike faster than a fucking match. Got you shaking, done took control of the situation. I'm not Jesus, but I can turn this bitch to a real revelation. Caught you laughing while you laughing, I came so fast to split you. I guess it's funny when a nigga named Cookie's out to get you. Comprehend, nigga, don't confuse me with no new jack. I'm not the one that works for Nino and stealing more crack instead. I be the Pookie quick to snatch your cheese, abbreviated with the mister. Folding switches, still smoking trees. Accompanied by my niggas, they consist of killers. Pull out your gat, pull out my gat, we'll see you strap is bigger. Can't fuck with me, you need to wise up, step up and listen. Jocks up in these streets, better beat their feet, they ain't no competition.
Coming up the block, hitting hard, running over haters when they Bogart. Ain't nobody afraid to G. Coming up the block, hitting hard, running over haters when they Bogart. Wildly hoe ass niggas, they wanna talk about Texas. We doing drive-by, dumping out a brand new Lexus. Don't come and check us cause we country. You know we gon' clown. Really loving orange man, told you hold leg down. Get them frowns off your face, put a smile on your face. Anybody want some funk? We gon' clown in this place. Dallas, Texas is the trace where all them bullets gon' lead. Don't call them motherfuckers just to thinking they G. Red or black, white or blue, it don't make me no difference. Some of my niggas gang bang, but you bangers be trippin'. Don't matter if you blood or crippin', nigga, duck these shots. Every gangsta in my ride got a 17 Glock. Making bullshit stop. Eat Kentucky cause it's finger licking, but we still killing motherfuckers for them dope chickens. Slip and be brave, nigga. Gauge, I made it bigger. It's packed with a feather trigger. How you gon' live, nigga? Figure you found something in Texas we don't play. Even the Cowboys when safe if they on parade. Nigga, Dallas start a ride in a minute. Whoa. We got a rumble in the jungle in a minute. Whoa. I got a brand new gauge. It came equipped with a blade in it. It ain't been shot yet, but I'm finna play with it. Stay in the Lone Star, Cadillacs and Max, pushing the North Star while Pookie rolled up a sack. Now we off in the act. Everybody be cool. These niggas on some bullshit. K-Rock ready to do. Tools is packed in the toolbox. 2 hands and 2 Glocks, and we ain't leaving till they whole damn crew shot.
Rock, make 'em bounce, bounce with it, nigga, bounce with it. Hey, rock, bounce with it. Yeah, hey, rock, bounce with it. Pookie, bounce with it. Coming up the block, nigga, make 'em bounce with it. Bounce with it.
Mic check myself real quick. make sure my shit is correct. Wait a minute. Cut the music down real quick. Let me see. Let my shit adjust. I should have did this before I started, but anyway, make sure I'm talking about that. Welcome back on another Trill World Order Wednesday. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to people on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and Twitter as well. We have another interesting ass motherfucking show. As you may know by now, hopefully you've been watching the other shows. This is not your average little, current event show. We try to look for the strange news, strange as shit. But today we done took a little path to the hot topics. We done came from below the surface. We got some Tory Lanez news that I've been telling niggas. So free Tory. We're gonna say that for right now. And we also got some sports news about these motherfucking Cowboys and these Mavericks. So we'll get to those later on. First, I just want to tell everybody that I appreciate y'all for being here. And with that being said, let me run this shit across the bottom so you'll know where to go. And then let me do some other fly shit real quick. Let me sound check myself real quick. Anybody in the motherfucking chats on either platform, let me know if my shit is coming through clear. If it sound like I'm in a tunnel. If it sound like I'm in the motherfucking funnel. If it sound like I'm in the motherfucking garbage disposal, I gotta figure out how exactly I sound. So let me motherfucking see what's going on. Let me go on mute real quick and run a red ball back real. Yeah, okay, yeah, we sounding right. Well, let's start the show, man. Hopefully everybody's at home, either on the way home from work or maybe you heading to work. Maybe I can carry you through your day or set your night off right. We're gonna go real quick. Okay, for sure. I sound clear. For sure. Appreciate it, Keith. Shout out to you. We are going to take a small divot, right? We're gonna cut the music real quick. And like I said, this is a strange news show. If you haven't been here, just want to tell you guys, don't expect a lot of shit that you already seen before. I hate niggas talking about the same shit. There's only so many ways you can talk about certain shit. So I'm going to try my best to jump through portal to portal to portal to try to bring you news that you haven't seen most of the time. Sometimes I can't escape it, like this Tory Lanez shit. There's other shit I can't escape because it's right there in front of me and it confirms what I've always said, shit like that. But that's hot right now. But this other shit, I guarantee you have not heard. So let me bring it to you. We're going to start off in the tech world. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a fan of technology. Let me expand this a little bit. I'm going to bring that to 150 real quick. I'm a fan of technology, and I'm going to try to always bring you guys some shit that you can use. I know it's a lot of ballers out there, a lot of balling ass human beings out there. Y'all been balling, working hard and things of that nature. But do and would you like a motherfucking toilet camera? A camera in your toilet. That's how we starting off this show today, with the toilet camera. Now, like I said, this is don't be frightened. I know for a lot of y'all be scared when you see different shit, but it's okay. I'm gonna walk you through that. This is my portal. This is my block. Everybody got their own block. Them niggas, all niggas on the same street. This is my street. It's a lot more cleaner over here. And we got sidewalks. On the other side of the internet streets, them niggas ain't got no sidewalks over there. And it's dirty over there. It's dirty, it's stanky, it's prostitutes, failed drug dealers, and things of that nature. But over here, it's a lot more clean, it's a lot more presentable. You just gotta stick with me. Now, toilet camera uses AI to analyze pics of your shit and measure your gut health. So this is a very positive thing to have. I know some of my balling ass people out there might want to throw a little camera, might want to throw a screen in your toilet. A lot of y'all out there be eating triple meat hamburgers and shit, and your health is bad. You be going to, some of y'all might have had to get a limb cut off and things of that nature. Well, look no further. This camera clips on to your toilet and it tells you how healthy your insides are by the analyzation. I don't know if that's a word, but it analyzes your shit. Now, Texas-based Health startup Throne is developing a camera that clips onto the side of your toilet to take video of your evacuation, then uses AI analysis to provide a snapshot of your gut health and hydration levels. Now, the company terms its tech artificial gut intelligence and says that its AI is trained by physicians to help you understand what your waist is trying to tell you. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I take a shit, I know this is a little, some of y'all is like, oh my God, I thought this nigga talking about mental health or some shit. Not on motherfucking Wednesdays. You gotta, Wednesdays is where we get a little strange, where we get a little weird, a little bit where we defy the norm. But I don't know about you, but every time I take a shit, I take a look back and be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know about y'all. I know a lot of y'all probably don't even wipe your ass all the way. But I was always taught to make sure I take a look, make sure I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? You might have some diarrhea. You might, they don't tell me what y'all be doing. But anyway, Throne has a team of physicians that manually review the images to classify poop as healthy or unhealthy. And they spot the nuances in urine color for hydration levels and identify other health indicators in your waist. So look at this, it's basically like this is the video. I mean, not the video. I got a video. It's the picture right here. Not a video. This is the camera inside your toilet. It's a screen inside your toilet, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all clean y'all inside of y'all toilet so you can go ahead and put a little technology in to make sure that you shitting right, that your health, that your stomach is right. I know a lot of us out here like to eat foul shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all like to eat wild shit, like to put chips on your sandwich and motherfucking jelly on your biscuits and things of that nature. Yeah, you might want to check your shit. So the camera is thankfully downward facing. The Throne points out we only capture images of the contents on your toilet bowl. And any other data is irrelevant to our mission and could compromise our ability to provide accurate health insights. We use image recognition technology to automatically delete any non-relevant images, and this ensures that only toilet-related data is retained. So you can also it logs your shit, and there's an actual scale called the Bristol stool scale. You can follow the link of different types of stool, but for content purposes, I might get flagged for showing, the Bristol stool scale. But anyway, the data can be reviewed on the app. You get your app. You can track your food, your medications, your supplements, and your activities to determine what contributes to good or bad and gut health. So one thing we want to do, although this is a wild piece of technology, just look at it as a Fitbit for your shit. You want to make sure you the healthiest that you are. You want to make sure that you can live as long as you can in life. And a lot of times our body will tell us how healthy we live. And a lot of times it boils down to literally our shit. So I just found that very important. We're going to move on to the next subject. I think that's all for the tech. We got to get to some animal shit. And then we got to get to some other shit. So anyway, I don't know about y'all, but I have children. Let me key in some music. Now I need some music in the background. Let me find the right tunes to goddamn put in here. So I don't know about a lot of y'all. I have kids. I've had the blessing of having my card attached to some, to my phone, and me not knowingly paying for some shit, whether it be some V-Bucks, whether it be some Robux, and not knowing I'm, paying for some Robux. Nigga might have drew my account in negative, but they balling on Roblox because of the Robux. So this mother in Kentucky was shocked. Her son bought $70,000 worth of dumb suckers. Now, Holly LaFavor says she tried stopping her 8-year-old Liam's order before the treats arrived, but it was too late. We do have a video that we're going to watch. This happened in Lexington, Kentucky. A woman was in a sticky mess when she found stacks of boxes containing dumb suckers on her doorstep, And the surprise delivery was ordered by her son while he played on her phone. That's why I don't allow my kids to play on my phone. They all got devices. They all at the age where they all have their own devices. Thank you, Jesus. But, you know, I be still having to watch, you know, where my card is, you know, connected to. You know, we got the Apple Pays and the Google Pays and the Cash Apps and everything. They got a whole motherfucking life in our goddamn phone right there at, you know, anybody's disposal. But he ordered $70,000 worth of Dum Dum Suckers from Amazon. Amazon had already delivered 22 cases to her home. Now, he told me that he wanted to have a carnival. And he was ordering the Dum Dums as prizes for his carnival. Now, again, he was being friendly. He was being kind to his friends. That's a big difference. A black woman would have been like, hey, you know. Now, the surprise she got was worse after a quick check of her bank account. She owed about $4,000 for the order. So, shit, she was, you know, she had a little bread on her, but all that shit is gone. She was $4,000 in the red. Now, when she saw the number, she just about fainted. She said, now, she found, I do not like this music behind. Let me change this fucking music. This shit started to get real soft back here. We need something suspenseful. There we go. Turn up a little bit. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's right there. Now, she had efforts to get a refund, but it took a bit more. But she got her money back. Now, after a long day of working with the bank and a few news stations, Amazon called and they are refunding the $70K. She got lucky. Now, she was changing some settings on her phone to make sure that there's never another surprise delivery at her home. So, y'all make sure that your kids don't have the access to y'all motherfucking phones and your cards and stuff. I know some of y'all balling out there. I know it's a lot of ballers. Ain't nobody never been broke. Ain't nobody never did, never had, everybody wearing brand new J's, even though they got the SpongeBob on them. They wearing diamonds, even though they kind of looking kind of funny and things of that nature. Niggas is balling. Niggas is walking around $1,000 in their pockets and things like that. So, if you like your money in your pocket, you like your nice things, keep your motherfucking kids away from your car, or they might buy $70,000 worth of bullshit. It'll be put on your doorstep. Next, we're going to go from Kentucky to New York City. As soon as my goddamn screen do the electronic boogaloo. All right, so let me. Now, if y'all don't know, I'm a huge fan of art. I fuck with art. I like art a whole. Sometimes in the art world, when people express themselves, shit gets a little weird. They kind of dance on the line of expression and just being a freaked out some bitch. So, in New York City, performance artists kind of has people in a tizzy, in a whirlwind, if you will. Because his motherfucking ass is laying on the ground and letting people use him as carpet. Let me drop this right there. All right, so we do have a video. Some people are calling him perverted. Now, there's something deeply unsettling about walking down the street and realizing the path you stepped on is still breathing. But in New York City, where nothing shocks anyone anymore, a street performance artist named Kevin Carpet has raised eyebrows for forcing people to do exactly that. His art undetermined, his medium carpet. It goes something like this: wrapping himself in carpet and lying motionless in public spaces, inviting strangers to walk on him. Now, there is that's why I say it gets weird and kind of freaky. A lot of freaked out shit going on. Because some of these bitches like being walked on. That's how they get off. You know what I'm saying? That's how they freak. They freak is a different type of freak. As you can see, this bitch is laying on the ground. You understand me? Freaked out. Now, I don't know this face right here. This is a slideshow. We got 4 pictures. Okay. All right. This face right here kind of worries me. I don't know if if it's the fact that she's standing around his motherfucking sternum, or the fact that he done probably got off. You know what I'm saying? He done got off by this person standing on his motherfucking chest. Let me see all 4 pictures now. We're in the slideshow. The second picture is a video. It's a TikTok. Now, this is him inside the carpet. If you can't see him, if you see my cursor, I don't know if you see my cursor, but if you don't see my cursor, just look in the fucking middle. This some bitch is laying down in the middle of a motherfucking street in New York City in the carpet. So, anybody that's in New York City right now, I think, True World Order does have office in New York City, in an undisclosed place. I might have somebody go pull up and walk on this nigga and probably try to get an interview. Speaking of interviews, I have gotten in touch with the world's greatest sword swallower. A few videos ago, I did sword swallowing. It was World Sword Swallowing Day. YouTube took my shit down, but I got in touch with the young lady, the beautiful, beautiful black woman that is the world's greatest sword swallower. And we might have that interview here soon on the True World Order, something you never seen before. You know what I'm saying? The other niggas that might get rappers on there, I'm gonna get a sword swallower. I might have to come up off some cash, maybe 2,000-3,000, but that's cool. We just want to bring the content to the people. Shout out to her. Now, anyway, going back here, this nigga's on the fucking carpet. He's inside the carpet, rolled up like a goddamn taquito. I don't know who this bitch is with these big ass bug eye glasses. I think her name is Taylor Pear. She called Kevin Carpet a tripping hazard. And this guy right here, this is Kevin Carpet. This is him outside the carpet. You see him all black. And the first thing he said was, this is his art, not a sexual fetish for him. Now, why he made that statement? Probably because this is a sexual fetish for him. Some of these freaky ass niggas like to be walked on, stepped on, shit on, pissed on. We just seen the court case. Cassie was asking for the piss right in the mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of freaky shit going on out here in this world. A lot of freaked out individuals. A True World Order is here to bring you this freaky ass news because nobody else is going to bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I think it's very important for us to label who the real, freaky people are. I don't mean freaky in a good way. I mean freaky in a bad way. I mean freaky, so freaky that they harm themselves for being freaky. So freaky that it should be criminal to be this freaky, to get walked on by several people. As you can see, he looks like a freak. I'm not one to judge, but I'm just saying by the aesthetic, you can take it further if you want to. You can also look this up on your own. Let's take this down. We're talking about car insurance. I just paid for mine. All right. So we do have a TikTok video, and that video is right here. You got 4.4 million viewers on this video. I think it's from Taylor Pear. We're going to see live action. This nigga getting stepped on, literally. If we can get it on the goddamn screen. Let me make sure it's on the screen. Nope, it is not on that screen. Let me make sure. Hold up, baby. Hold up. Let's screen share. Let's get off this one. Let's replace this one with this one. There we go. All right. There we go. Hold on, bitch. Hold on. So here we go. This is Taylor Pear's TikTok, and she's showing the nigga getting walked.
There's a person in there.
Nigga in there moving around.
Kevin the Carpet. The human carpet, rather. He's been going around for literal years, typically in the party scenes. What I don't love about this is that's not consensual at all, because nobody knows that there's a person in there. It's actually kind of alarming because they're like moving around and such. Someone could trip. But again, if it's like an desire, or I feel like that should be like disclosed between all parties instead of,
Got to get hit by a goddamn text talking shit. He jumped over that bitch. Nah, bro, that's a little freaky. It's a little freaky right there. Look, they like, what the fuck going on? Hey, they said, what the fuck going on? And they said, nigga, hold up. Man, just move, nigga. Yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying? Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no. They said, yeah, we going the other way with our shit. Let me turn around, bitch.
The person in there.
The fuck? These nigga like, huh?
No, they just like to be in carpets and not tell people about it. I'm not involved.
I thought he was gonna stomp on this shit. I thought Cuz was gonna stepped on that nigga. Hey man, so I guess we can say shout out to Kevin Carpet, or either that, or we can say get your motherfucking ass up. You know what I'm saying? Get your bitch ass up off the goddamn ground. You son of a bitch. Now, we're gonna go from the carpet nigga laying on the ground to the Kentucky mom with the $70,000 worth of dumb suckers to the shit camera. I do have a couple ads I gotta run for my people. I do. This is a show where we have to get this shit across. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. First and foremost, this is still Mental Health Month 2025. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Turn awareness into action is the theme. Turn awareness into action is the theme. Make sure you check out locally what's going on in your local circle, what's going on around you, to make sure something popping off. Go ahead and get involved. A lot of you niggas really need help. I'll be seeing you niggas on the internet too motherfucking much while I'll be making some money. Now, let me see what's going on in the land of lost niggas. And in the land of lost niggas, you niggas still walking around with your nose backwards and your lips to the side and things of that nature. So a lot of you need to get some help. And you know me, I'm always lend out the olive branch to some of you niggas. The rest of you niggas been talking shit, so it's fuck you. But for the ones that I care about, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. I love y'all. Some of y'all, take care of yourself, mind your mental, all that good shit. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area and beyond, if you got a piece of furniture that you need restored, maybe you got a chair, maybe you got a table that's a little bit wobbly, that's a little bit, every time you sit in it, you kind of rocking back and forth. You body rocking up in the chair. You might have to put a tennis ball on the bottom of that bitch, like the old heads do for the cane, so the cane won't scratch the floor up. You can send that shit right to my brother. You understand me? My blood brother. You can send it right to him. One of one furniture restoration. Now, for all my savvy niggas, there's a QR code at the top left-hand corner. For everybody who's watching this on a second device, you can actually put your phone. That's why I say we are light years ahead of niggas. They still, But anyway, put your motherfucking phone up to the TV, bitch. And then you can get the goddamn QR code, top left-hand corner. Put that. It's going to take you right to the promised land where you need to be. One of one furniture restoration. Don't throw it out. Give us a shout. BrooksG953@gmail.com. Get that table right. Get that chair right. You feel what I'm saying? That little wooden seat at the edge, that little end, and we gonna turn that shit into a one-on-one piece of art. You understand me? And then what else? What else I got up here? Oh, the last show I did on Monday, Control Culture, how ideological subversion and how it undermines hip-hop and mental health movements. Make sure you go watch that. It's a dope-ass show. You know me, I'm always come with original content straight from my motherfucking neurons and synapses firing off of my motherfucking brain. Put that shit to a pen and pad that shit, turn that shit digital, and bring it to you right on your fucking doorstep. Some of the best content you ever heard in your fucking life. It's right there. Something you can take with you, something you can be smart with, something you can pass on to your friends. If you don't know what that is, I got it all broken down for you. I got, slides for niggas and things of that nature. We getting back in the bag where we trying to teach. We really trying to teach something. It's enough niggas sitting around not doing nothing, just talking and shit like they on the fucking phone call, like they on the hotline, like it's 2000 and motherfucking 1 or 1999. You niggas is on the party line and shit. Fuck that. That's not content. This is Control Culture, how ideological subversion and how it undermines hip-hop and mental health movements. Make sure you go check that out. Sound Minds is coming soon. Probably towards the end of this month. I am doing a piece of content that might be divided up in 3 parts. I might do it next week. We're talking about how black music and mental health. Talking about those two topics, black music and mental health, and how it helped us out with our mental health throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about blues, gospel, funk, hip hop, and R&B. Those 5 genres, and probably maybe a little more if I added sound minds, black music, and mental health. Coming soon to a flip phone near you. Also, if you like the old school type blog styles, if you're an avid reader like myself, I like to read. So I write as well. I'm an avid writer and an avid reader as well. So from time to time, sometimes based off the content that I do, sometimes not. I'll create a summary of what I'm talking about and kind of give like a more of a behind the scenes of the content that I created. So to every piece of video, there's an extended part of content that along is more of a deeper dive in it. I would give you guys a taste of that later on at the end of this show. But make sure you go and hit that subscribe button over there at Substack. The prescription, not a trill pill. Substack. Go get your motherfucking dose. Is there anything else? I think that's it. Also, right now, you know, I just got done working a hard motherfucking day. You understand me? I bust my ass every goddamn day. I get it. I really get in there. I get dirty. You know, and what's most important is I have energy to not only work my job 10, 12 hours out of the day, but also come home and do things like this and also be of service for my people and bring them great content. So one of the things that helped me make this great content is an energy drink called Dubby. Now, if you're tired of energy drinks that leave you crashing halfway throughout your grind, it's time to level up with Dubby. So Dubby is a clean energy that's really designed for focus, clarity, real performance, no jitters, no sugar, no bullshit, just smooth, powerful energy that hits different. So whether you gaming late night, whether you creating content, whether you chasing goals, or pushing through that 9 to 5, pushing through that graveyard shift, pushing through that shit you've been working your ass off, you taking double shifts, things of that nature. Make sure you tap in with Dubby, because Dubby got the fuel you need to stay in the zone and crush it. Now here's the best part. Use code MindYourMental at checkout and get 10% off your order. MindYaMental. Use my checkout code and get 10% off your order at dubby.gg.com. Support the grind, support the movement, stay locked in, and mind your motherfucking mental. All right, back to the show. We talked about the toilet camera. Now we on the animal part, or just the bugs. We on bugs and animals. The nature part of the show. Now, if you know me, you know I like to go be around nature. I'm the type of nigga, I will be at the park feeding the ducks and shit with the bread. That be me, clearing my mind out, having conversations with the ducks. When I attended the legendary Langston, motherfucking university, shout out to the Lou. I stayed across the street from the goat farm. So every once in a while I go over there with the goats. I roll up, get high with the goats. You feel what I'm saying? Talk to the goats. I was lonely. I was in Oklahoma first time. All my friends and family damn near 200 miles away in Dallas, Texas. I was in the middle of Oklahoma, in the middle of nowhere, away from the big city, in the middle of the country. Don't know what the fuck to do. But goddamn it, I seen the goats outside. I said, you know what? I'm gonna roll up some of that corn. You know what I'm saying? Some of that granddaddy corn, go out there, chop it up with the goats. Things that, and so I love nature. My mother loved nature. You know what I'm saying? My pops love nature. My big brother Sean loves nature. My family loves nature. My kids love nature. Me and my son, you know what I'm saying? We be playing shit. You feel what I'm saying? My daughter, she loves nature. My youngest does as well. And my mother was a very avid gardener, so we fuck with nature around this son bitch. So I only gotta bring you guys some, what's going on in the nature world. Now, you might have seen some freaky shit off in your garden if you haven't gardened, or maybe you walk in the park, maybe you've seen these bugs, maybe you done killed one or whatnot. Talking about red-eyed zombie bugs. Zombie cicadas, I believe. Let me pull this shit up real quick. Zombie cicadas, I believe is what the fuck they are. Now, these red-eyed zombie cicadas are not just hungry, but they're horny. So we're talking about horny cicadas. I know you're like, what the fuck? I get it. Sure, or you never know what to expect. This is the part of the show where you just kind of cut your brain off, but you cut your mind on at the same time, if that makes sense. Now, after lying dormant for nearly 2 decades, right? Billions of sex-crazed cicadas will be emerging from their subterranean sleep pods, hungry for love. However, this year, many will be extra horny. They're gonna be extra turned up, extra freaked out. This might be the freaked out episode of Trill World Order. Everybody doing some freaky shit. Shit is weird. Make sure you lock your doors and close your windows. You might want to nail them shut. The freaks is outside in daylight. However, this year, many will be extra horny thanks to the spread of a creepy Last of Us-esque type zombie fungus. Now, nature is stranger than any science fiction could be, that's ever been written, said John Cooley, an evolutionary biologist at the University of Connecticut. Shout out to UConn. He told the Scientific American while describing the phenomenon. This is the son bitch right here. If you ever see one of these freaked out bugs, bitch, you might need to run. It's gonna try to fuck you. Now, trees across the U.S. have already been abuzz with the horned bugs, siren-esque chirps after the brood. I don't know what the fuck Roman numeral that is. Let me Google that real quick. I want to say it's 14. I don't really know. I have no idea. I'm not Roman. What the fuck is that? Make sure we want historical accuracy. This is okay. Pope Leo is one of these. Okay. We need to Roman 14. Okay, it is 14. Okay. We on point. Not too far off. So, Brood 14 class surfaced for the first time since 2008. I graduated high school in 2008. So these bugs have been laying dormant, and they ready to fuck like a nigga that's in prison and ready to get out. And nails, he ready to nail coochie to the mattress. That's the same type of energy these cicadas have. Now, the red-eye insects are the second largest of the periodical cicadas and a version that hunkers down underground for years. 17 in the case of Brood XIC. Don't know what the fuck that is, not worried about it. As nymphs, feeding on tree sap before surfacing when the ground temperature hits the requisite 64 degrees Fahrenheit. So we also have maps and shit. These cyclical critters are expected to break ground in 13 states this year, including, make sure you pay attention to what these states are. We got New York, right? Including New York, according to Gene Krisky, and etymologist at Mount St. Joseph University in Cincinnati, Ohio. Shout out to Cincinnati, man. Let me see. Shout out to Cincy. The love bug's goal is to find a mate and procreate in the 4 to 6 weeks they spend above ground before dying off. After copulating, the female deposits eggs so that her offspring can repeat the cycle when they emerge in the year 2042. This is an active map right here. This is the current map. If this shit keep dropping down, I'm gonna start sharing my goddamn stream. This is the active periodical cicada broods of the United States. It's giving you types. It's giving you what click they in, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, and 18, and things of that nature. So yeah, if you stay, I don't know. I know some of y'all ain't never been, but let's look at the map. We taking it back to geography class, So if you may be in this one right here in Texas, definitely in North Texas around the Red River area, and like that one dot might be in the Dallas area a little bit, North Texas. Definitely in Oklahoma. Where I live at in Tulsa, Oklahoma is northeast Oklahoma, so definitely in the area. I need to watch the fuck out. Kansas. In Arkansas, they got them shits over there all over Arkansas. Let's see, what the fuck is this? In Missouri, y'all fucked. That's the whole state of Missouri. It's fucked over here. Illinois, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. None in maybe one little spot in none in Florida, but pretty much the deep south, the mid south, and going into the northeast. So if you are if you out there and you outside like me, some of you niggas don't go to the park. So I know you won't be worried about this. Some of you niggas just stay behind the computer, and that's fine. But just in case you do go outside, don't be alone when you see these motherfuckers. Now, the fungal phenomenon has been compared to an STD. I think I touched on this in a video a long time ago. But the fungi turns them into zombies. If that makes any sense. But the fungal phenomenon has been compared to an STD. I know a lot of y'all out there, have had or used to have or trying to, shake a little STD, STI, things of that nature. So you might understand this more than I would. I ain't never had some of that nature. Y'all freaked out. Now, nature is stranger than any science fiction that's ever been written. John Cooley said, I read that earlier. This is the up close, personal look of the cicada. Yeah, wild shit. Wild shit. Now, in fact, their ear-splitting siren sound, which is so loud, it has prompted police calls. It's actually a maiden song. They ready to fuck. That's what they making that noise for. They ready to fuck. Now, this is how they become zombies, right? And this is very important. Unfortunately, for many cicadas, possibly millions, mating will be especially intense due to genital destroying fungi called Massospora, we're gonna say Massospora cicadina. Cicadas, cicada, Massospora cicadina. We're gonna keep it at that. Now, that ramps up their sex drive and turns them into zombies, like those described in the HBO sci-fi horror series Last of Us, affecting both 13 and 17-year cicadas. The spores replace the insect's genitalia with the plug of fungus. Now, after hijacking the host's system, it then urges the zombified cicada to flick its wings like a amorous female would, to try to kind of like when human women twerk. That's what they doing when they shake that ass. That's a mating call. Like, I want you to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever. That's a mating call. That's all. That's just thinking of it like humans. When women twerk, they be doing that little body whine, little jiggulating, little percolator, whatever the fuck they be doing. That's a mating call. They feeling freaky. Now, when healthy males try to mate with the imposters, they become infected and spread the fungus like an STD. And that's how the cicadas, that's how they be zombified and freaked out. So, in other words, they're spreading a bug. So, by doing so, they can infect males and females alike. And they are tricked into doing as much as they can for as long as they can before they ultimately succumb to the fungus and die. Smithsonian entomologist and collections manager Floyd Shockley told the Washington Times, sex, drugs, and zombies, Cooley, while describing this cardinal cordyceps phenomenon, which begins underground while the bugs are still nymphs. We don't have anything to fear from these. They can't harm us. So, but cicadas are known to pee on people as a defense mechanism, and it can be dangerous to young trees. However, they lay their eggs in small tree branches, according to the EPA. So shout out to everybody, that fuck with the cicadas. If you see a cicada, send a picture into the Trail Wear Order of your nature journey. I've definitely documented my nature, journey with the ducks and with parrots and, with other, parts of nature, because I fuck with nature and nature fuck with me. So just check the chat. What's up with it, Shan? How you doing? Just talking about freaky ass cicadas in a city near you. Zombified STD giving cicadas. So we're gonna go from, let's see, we went to Texas with the toilet camera, went to Kentucky, we went to New York, we kind of came back and did a nice little mid-south, Midwest. But we're gonna stay right in that Midwest area. We're going to take a small little trip to Springfield Township, Ohio. Shout out to all my Ohioans. It's still big go blue business over here on this end, but we not college football banging right now. But we just gotta let that be known whenever you mention little bro. So, Springfield Township, Ohio. A drug bust. Not your normal drug bust, a drug bust involving a raccoon. Not just your normal raccoon, but a drug bust involving a raccoon and a crack pipe, a meth pipe. Now, I know some of y'all have indulged on meth in the past. Some of y'all may have indulged on smoking out of a pipe in the past. I don't know who you are, and no, I'm not judging. But I know some of y'all just have more experience with the meth pipe than me, you know. But in Springfield Township, Ohio, police in Springfield Township had more than an interesting animal encounter this week when they crossed paths with the raccoon holding a meth pipe to its mouth during a drug arrest. Now, according to the Facebook post from the department on the evening of Cinco de Mayo, the officers pulled over a vehicle. I had to come myself laughing. Pulled over a vehicle whose owner had an active warrant and a suspended driver's license. Now, we do have live video from Springfield Township Police Department, Fox 8 News in Ohio. I think this is in the Akron area. Now, the driver, 55-year-old Victoria Vidal Page of Akron, was detained. But when the officer walked back to her vehicle, a raccoon named Chewy was sitting in the driver's seat with a meth pipe in his mouth. I bullshit you not. See, stories like this is what the True World Order is about. I can't be serious all the time. Sometimes, you know, there will be times to be serious. And like I said before, this just satisfies that uncanny side of my duality as being a Gemini. Shit like this, you know. A raccoon holding a meth pipe. That is not AI. You never seen this before. If anybody else see this shit, go over there and say, hey, Trill Pill did this first. These niggas is worried about who shot who. We talking about raccoons with the meth pipe in Springfield Township, Ohio. This is an actual picture. This is not, you know. This is real deal. This is the type of shit that I love to find when I'm going on my excursions across the world, and I try to find some of the strangest hidden stories. Like, I know it's wild shit went on somewhere, and boy, when I came across this one, I was smiling from ear to ear because my nigga Chewy in the front seat. Now, the fact that he has a name means that Victoria Vidal, this is maybe her pet. Chewy trying to get that last hit. Chewy trying to hit that last rock, that last little liquid, that last little powder. However pipes work, I don't know. Now, Chewy has somehow gotten a hold of a glass methamphetamine pipe, leading officers to further inspect the vehicle. A search of the vehicle turned up crack cocaine, meth, and three used glass meth pipes. Now, thankfully, Chewy the raccoon was unharmed, and notification was made to the proper authorities to determine that she has the proper paperwork and documentation to own the raccoon. So the drugs were illegal. The cocaine, the meth, and the glass pipes were illegal, but the raccoon got papers on it. His name is Chewy. Now, Vidal is facing several drug charges and was cited for driving under suspension. This is a picture of Victoria Vidal. As you can see, she looks very disheveled. She looks like somebody that would have a pet raccoon. I would only expect people who have pet raccoons to be on meth, to be on cocaine and things of that nature. I don't understand how she would even find a domesticated or even domesticate a raccoon, which means you have to be on meth to domesticate a raccoon. Get the papers on it, get the shots for it, and now it's riding around with you on meth deals. This might be an attack raccoon. As you know, raccoons can be vicious attackers and things of that nature. So who the fuck knows? Now, while our officers are trying to expect the unexpected, finding a raccoon holding a meth pipe is a first. Now, no other raccoons were hurt or injured in this incident. Chewy was okay. Chewy is with the family member. I read on the other article, and he is okay. He is safe. He is sound. He's probably detoxing off the meth. I would hate to see a methed up raccoon. Now, as always, we remain committed to keeping our community safe, no matter what surprise may come our way. That is a statement from Springfield Township, Ohio's police department. Now, it is legal to own a raccoon in the state of Ohio. This is something I need Nurse P for. I think she's the only one that I know of that is from Ohio, that lives in Ohio at this moment. Maybe Nurse P has a raccoon. If anybody can tag Nurse P, share Nurse P, she can get in here. She has time. She is a family woman. But we need to see if she knows about people in Ohio with raccoons. Maybe she's seen this. I need you guys to understand what the fuck is going on right now in Springfield Township, Ohio. But it is legal to own a raccoon in the state of Ohio with proper paperwork and permits. And now, to learn more about what exotic pets you can own in Ohio, click here. And I'm going to click here. That's my problem. So this is what we find. This is not planned. I didn't plan this shit. I just want to see what else you can own as an exotic pet. Because now my brain is, let me see. Exotic pets you can own in Ohio. So if you live in the state of Ohio, you can own. Let's see. This is from Columbus, Ohio. This is the whole article. Now, the animals that are not allowed in Ohio, people are barred from possessing any dangerous wild animal as outlined in the Ohio Revised Code. The banned animals are hyenas, lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, cheetah, lynxes, cougars, caracals, bears, elephant, rhinos, hippos, gharials, crocodiles, alligators, Komodo dragons, African wild dogs, and Cape buffaloes. You cannot own any of them in Ohio. Now, what you can own in Ohio is sugar gliders. Don't know what the fuck that is. Chinchillas, antelope, Roman buffalo, an elk, a caribou, a moose, a zebra, deer, foxes, tarantula, llamas, alpacas, raccoons, and an emu. What the fuck is a sugar glider? Now, before we go on to the next topic, we're gonna figure out what the fuck a sugar glider is, and then we're gonna move the fuck on, because we gotta get Nurse P to explain to us what the fuck a sugar glider is, since she is an Ohioan. They always have it talks about y'all Texas is weird and all this shit, but ain't nobody owning a goddamn sugar glider around these parts down here. Not even in Oklahoma where I'm at. I've never seen a sugar glider. Now I'm interested in what type of exotic pets can you own in the fucking country. So we have pulled up what a sugar glider is. We are live researching right now. We done went down the rabbit hole of what can you own. This is a sugar glider. It is a species of possum. It is a palm-sized possum that can glide half the length of a soccer pitch in one trip. Now, they are squirrel-sized arboreal marsupials that inhabit the forests of Australia and New Guinea. The sugar gliders are highly social, living in small colonies or family groups numbering up to 7 adults, even their offspring. And they're largely nocturnal and rarely come to the ground, finding both shelter and food in these trees. So basically, it's a fucking finger possum. It's a finger possum. That's what that is. It is a finger possum. Yeah. So that being said, we're gonna move on. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what it is. It is a finger possum, Shan. See, we find out some of the strangest shit. That's my other hobby. When I ain't trying to break down and trying to find ways to tie mental health with hip hop, this is what I do. I'm looking up strange news and trying to figure out what the fuck is a sugar glider. Now, I'm gonna have to watch a documentary on gliders. So, it's a finger possum. That's some of the weirdest shit. That's strange, but that's why we here. This true world order is this houses strange news and offbeat news and weird shit that you probably won't see, probably won't hear in your major platform. It's not the spiciest topics of the world and all that beautiful fucked up shit that's going on out there. This is some different shit. And so today we learned what a sugar glider is. We're going to go from Ohio to Wisconsin. A missing woman was found and she wants to remain missing. Shout out to NPR. Police found the missing woman 60 years after she disappeared, and she said that ain't nobody asked y'all to find me. Now, Audrey Backberg. I'm gonna call her Brackenberg or some shit. Hold on real quick. Let me see what's up. Audrey Backberg was 20 years old when she disappeared from Reedsburg in July 1962, according to this bulletin from the Wisconsin Department of Justice. 6 decades after a young mother vanished from her small city in south central Wisconsin, authorities have found her alive and well, living in another state. Audrey Backberg was 20 years old when she disappeared from Reedsburg in July 1962, according to the bulletin from the Wisconsin Department of Justice. Now, it says that the family's babysitter claimed that 2 of them hitchhiked to Madison, about 55 miles away, and then took a Greyhound bus to Indianapolis, Indiana. She said that she last saw Audrey walking around the corner away from the bus stop, and Audrey never returned home and has not been heard from again. That is until now. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office announced last week that it has resolved Backberg's long cold missing persons case, saying that she is alive and currently resides out of state. Now, further investigation has revealed that Miss Backberg's disappearance was by her own choice, and she did not want to be fucked with no motherfucking more. It's not the resort of any criminal activity or foul play. She simply just wanted to be left the fuck alone. Now, the case was solved by Meister. Meister said that the case was assigned to a sheriff's office detective earlier this year for a comprehensive review as part of an ongoing examination of cold case files. That process included a thorough reevaluation of all case files and evidence, combined with re-interviewing witnesses and uncovering new insights, Meister said. Now, the detective, Isaac Hansen, also told ABC affiliate WISN that he discovered Backberg's sister had an Ancestry.com account, which led him to new data, including a possible address. So I called the local sheriff's office and said, hey, there's this lady living at this address. Do you guys have somebody that can just go pop in? Hanson recalled. 10 minutes later, she called me and we talked for 45 minutes. That's wild shit. Now, he promised Backberg that he would keep their conversation and her whereabouts private, but she said that she had her reasons for leaving. Now, I think she just was removed and moved on from things that kind of did her own thing, and kind of did her own thing and led her life. He added, she sounded happy, confident in her decision, no regrets. NPR has reached out for Sauce Cardi office for more information and things of that nature. This was an article published in 2002, 40th anniversary, so she did not want to be fucked with. This is also a very interesting shit, and I read this whole article, but this is very interesting. Sometimes, and this is what I found crazy about this, right? Is the fact that she had kids. She had two young kids at the time when she disappeared. So she not only was she missing for a long time, she was a deadbeat bitch. So Hanson told the AP that it is still important to back now in her age that she not be found. But she still says she has family members living in that area and has contact info in case she wants to get in touch with them. So she basically was a deadbeat bitch. I don't know where her dad was. I don't know, but this is her when she went missing. Strange. It's just strange. I'm gonna keep my eye on this shit because I really want to know what the fuck was she running from. Maybe she wasn't ready to be a mama. Ready, I don't know. That's some of the strangest shit I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. And with that being said, we gonna get back to some lying. A lot of lying going on around these parts. Now we're going to take a small divot from the strange news and going to jump up and hit some of these hot topics. Now, Tory Lanez was stabbed up a few days ago by the Mexican mafia. I don't know details in that. Some of the strangest shit, I don't know. But while I was at work, work was starting to wind down. I was like, man, let me look at my phone now. Now I can look at my phone a little bit. And this was on my Instagram. And I also posted it on the Trill Pill Instagram as well. Please make sure that you go over there and you share and you subscribe to the Trill Pill on Instagram. Let me see the video storage. Screen share. I'm talking about a new development. Now, before I hit this video, I've always said this because I believe when they were talking about the evidence that there was no gunshot residue on Tory Lanez. Now, I've watched enough. I'm not a detective, but I've watched enough CSI and First 48 and other detective shows, NYPD Blue, things of that nature, to know that if you shoot a gun, you will have gunshot residue, and there will be ways to find if you had gunshot residue on you. Put that luminance on you. That luminance gonna show gunshot residue, and there was none on Tory or his clothes, I believe. I might be wrong, but I feel like I'm right now. Tory Lanez, hold on before we get to you. I know some of y'all know these people. I kind of know about Kelsey and Megan. They were friends and whatnot. We all know Dick was in the equation. They was dicked out. And like most women, when they get dicked out and want to, be extra freaky, shit happen. Unfortunately, your lust for freakiness can also lead you to get shot and lead you to break up friendships. And that's what happened here. And when it first happened, I didn't think that he shot that girl. I never believed that. I just was like, okay, maybe they'll find some residue. Because if I shot somebody, I'm thinking that, okay, they're going to find some residue on me, things of that nature. But I just held my reserve. I got attacked and mauled on Facebook. Oh, how can you say that? No, it's believe black women to know, and all this shit. And I was like, I love black women. You know what I'm saying? I love black women to the death, but I don't care about what race people are at this moment. This is about human beings and telling the fucking truth. This nigga, it's a shame that this nigga had to go get stabbed up in jail for the bodyguard to come out and say, you know what, wait a minute, nigga almost died. He got stabbed up in here. He got stabbed, lungs collapsed, whatever happened. And this came out. Tory Lanez evidence, Kelsey's bodyguard comes forward and confirms that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan. He chose not to say anything because he wanted to protect her up until recently. Now, I don't know, this has been solidified. I've been saying free Tory for a long time. I just think everybody should be held accountable and liars should be liars. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all been mesmerized by her, shaking her ass and doing the same 2 twerk moves. You know, I'm not gonna act like it's just the most amazing twerk moves. Y'all niggas just, y'all get hypnotized by the simplest shit. You know what I'm saying? You got like you never seen no ass cheeks before. You feel what I'm saying? They got like they ain't never seen no twerk before. And you nigga lose all hope, lose all sight of life when you see ass in your face. That's why some of you niggas is freaked out and be going through what you be going through because you freaked out. You ain't got your priority straight. Get your mind right, nigga. Anyway, Tory Lanez evidence, Kelsey's bodyguard comes forward. We have a statement, and we're going to play it right motherfucking me now. Shout out to Madam O in the motherfucking building. Madam O is in the building. Madam O, they hypnotized by the ass cheeks. Now, me being a man, don't get it wrong. I love to see beautiful black women do the, native maiden dances. But I also understand that I'm just a different guy, I love to see it. I'm no better than anybody else, but at the same time, I am. I see how niggas act when a bitch get to twerking. They go, oh shit, nigga lose control, like they lose body function. Nigga lose body function when you see a woman twerking. It's like, goddamn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, goddamn, nigga, like but yeah, it is simple, very simple. But we got a statement. Like I said, true world order. Sometimes we do get on the main topics. I done took y'all down through there with toilet cameras, $70,000 worth of dumb suckers, a New York performance artist, living carpet, red eye zombie, freaky ass cicadas, raccoon with the meth pipe named Chewy, missing Wisconsin woman that dipped out on her kids, a deadbeat bitch, dipped out on her kids and been gone for 60 years. And now we are here at the Hot Topics part of the show. I said to myself, maybe I'm going to add a little 1 or 2 hot topics so people can kind of peek in and see what's going on. We got a statement here. Let me shut the fuck up.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak. Doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting.
Madam O said, you seen this gingers are black trend or the No, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Hold on, let me yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Now, I didn't know that old girl was married. That little Kelsey was married. Now, I ain't too much in the gossip. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just be, I had to call my homegirls on this one. I said, hey, I'm doing my show today. Who the fuck is Miss Harris? Is it kid? I'm asking questions. They gave me the rundown on who's who and what is what, because we all came to the conclusion that Tory didn't shoot that moment, man. And niggas was dying all, laying all out. Oh, see, I knew something was wrong. I'm gonna tell you when I knew something was wrong. I knew something wrong. We can pull this up right now. When Meg Thee Stallion was in front of Gayle King, and I watched that whole shit because I'm like, damn, I know this nigga is not about to go all the way to jail for nothing. You know what I'm saying? 10 years. Let's see, we can find. Let's see. We can hear. There we go. Megan Thee Stallion lying to Gayle. There we go. Now, Gayle 6 months ago said that she not bothered Megan Thee Stallion lied to her about Tory Lanez. She a weird bitch as well. We not gonna. She sat up here and gave her. Now we're gonna go to the part where we gonna just cut to the chase. We ain't gonna go to the actual video. Yeah, and I said it first too. Because in my mind, I'm thinking it was something about gunshot residue, and it wasn't no gunshot residue. So I'm just saying, I done watched. I've shot some guns before. You feel what I'm saying? I know how it feels to shoot a gun. You feel what I'm saying? I watched enough CSI to know about one thing. When they go to them ballistics and they look at the gunshot, the GSR, the gunshot residue, and I believe it wasn't any on Tory. It's kind of vague at this moment right now, but let me see. Let me see. You can get a screen share on Meg Thee Stallion admitting to telling lies. This is where I knew, okay, how women be telling niggas, oh, don't lie on your dick, don't lie on your dick. And I'm thinking well, I would hope that logic also applies to women. Don't lie on your coochie. Whether you did or you didn't. If you did, then ain't nobody business. But in this case, with somebody going to jail, this nigga down there died fucking with the Mexican mafia. He is a Canadian. He by way of New York. Nothing. He ain't. I don't know if he don't got no gang affiliations, but he in L.A. County or somewhere in California where we know gang politics is heavy. He just dropped the album. The album was fire. Though. Over the phone album. The album was fire. But this is the part where when she lied to Gayle King in her face in front of millions of people, where I said, you know what? Something fishy about this bitch.
Gayle King. First of all, I didn't know that you even ask me about that. But she's always want to talk about this shit. Why'd you ask me about the story? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Gayle.
Fucked him on once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Now she told Gayle that she, what I'm saying, she, what? She gave it the, what? Let me find that too. Let's type that in, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? While we here. While we are here. I don't know if they have the clip. I don't want to watch. I don't know. We got a lot of opinions, but we already know at this point. We don't need to see the rest of this shit. But yeah, like I said, yeah. I mean, yeah. GSR don't stand up in court. See, and so that's the part where I'm not proficient in legal language and what stands up in court or not. I just kind of think with my, you know what I'm saying? I kind of think with logic, like, nigga, if you shot the gun, you'll have gunshot residue on you. If you didn't shoot the gun, then you won't. Nigga got 10 years, nigga in there getting stabbed up and shit. And the fucked up part is this, out of all this shit, the fucked up part had the nigga there to damn near almost die. I don't know what he did to the Mexican mafia. Maybe he went up there and faded the nigga up quick. We'll get the story out. Maybe he done whooped up on something. You know what I'm saying? He Tory Lanez. Maybe he, you know, he pushing his weight around there. He's a celebrity in there. I don't know whether he's in Gen Pop. You know what I'm saying? He said that I learned that only through his son's trial. See, that's why I said like that legal shit is so weird. Because in my mind, I'm thinking it would be as simple as that. Let me drop this link real quick. I'm thinking there to be as simple as just, you know, whether it happened or it didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's some different shit. That's some different shit. That is some different shit right there. But yeah, so prayers for Tory Lanez. Prayers for all involved. In my opinion, look, man, we got Doechii. I'm a huge Doechii fan. And she rapping. We ain't, you know, Meg is a very talented artist. I hate that she allowed herself to get put in this situation, but you can't twerk your way out of guilt. You know, we see her shaking more ass and actually rapping nowadays. Let me bring up Madam O real quick. Let me see.
Hello, Trill Pill and the Trill family.
What's up, Madam O? How you doing?
All is well.
Talk to me.
Well, so I learned during my son's trial that gunshot residue evidence is not really upheld in court because there are so many different factors, such as the weather, the wind, and things of that nature that could affect the gunshot residue. So they don't really, it doesn't hold much weight in court. That was what I learned.
Wow.
Right?
See, because that's one of the few things that I remember. It's kind of vague in my brain, but I can remember when they did I guess not the autopsy, but the little shit. It was like it wasn't any gunshot residue on Tory Lanez. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? But then, like the dude said when he testified, you know, he seen two girls fighting and two dudes break them up.
I do remember that.
And my whole thought was, now I've seen shit like this before. You feel what I'm saying? And I also know that we've heard a lot of stories about Meg being, you know, when she get on that liquor, she get freaky. I remember when she was all up on Trey Songz, grinding all up on. We seen video and pictures of that, and these are just little rumblings and rumors. When I look around, so we know that she like to get on that drink. Remember, she was driving the boat. Say it everybody's throat. Mm-hmm. So she like to fuck, like to get freaky. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You grown, but you know, one thing that I do know about it is women and friends. Women being friends, sometimes that can get shaky when it's Dick in the equation. When Dick is in the equation and Tory looked like he was knocking down both of them, and I think that was part of the equation as well.
From a woman's perspective, that means that they weren't friends.
Right.
And I think women should stop being so quick.
No, we can say bitches on here. It's true world order right now. You can say bitches on here. You can say bitches on here.
Being so quick to call everybody they fucking friend because just because we cool and when I go to do this here type shit, you the best person to do it with me. That don't make us friends. That means that when I'm on my bald head hoe shit, you the best bald head hoe to bald head hoe with. But we're not friends. There's no way we can have the same dick and call each other friends.
Right. Because I've also heard some rumblings, that this is not the first time or the first guy. I think it was like I called my homegirl. She ran it down to me today on the way home from work. It was a lot. It was a lot of information that I was not privy to. This is not my world, but it was like the Kelsey girl was always, she accusing like she'll like a nigga, she'll fuck on a nigga, and then made it to come behind her and fuck on him too.
I did hear that. We heard that during the same time all this was out.
Okay.
They were going back and forth on social media too.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, so my whole thing is this, man. So if I'm calling somebody my friend, for me to up that fire, at you, you know what I'm saying? It means I'm attempting to hurt you or kill you.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? At that point, she was tired of Meg's shit. Now, I don't know. I know Meg is, she can be, I don't know, very dominating.
Yes.
So maybe she the type of friend, you got some friends who get aggressive with you. You know what I'm saying? Get aggressive, and she kind of bigger and she whatever. So it's like, all right, bitch, I'm up there. I'm not gonna bother trying to fight you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up there. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the shit out you, bitch. I'm gonna level your ass out. I'm tired of your shit. But I know if I take a swing at you, that you kind of quick, kind of agile, you might body slam me, dunk me on my shit, fuck me up bad. I'm gonna up that fire at you. And Tori was there to knock the gun out the hand, did that, so I just find it very fucked up that this nigga got to get stabbed up for somebody to say, okay, now I'm gonna tell the truth now. Right. God damn. Like it wasn't enough for him to go through trial. And I know he kind of didn't help himself, but it is what it is. For him to be stabbed, I don't know what he did. Maybe now I gotta go watch the gang politics niggas to kind of see what's going on. Them goof ass niggas on that side of the game to see what the fuck happened or something. Cause I don't know. My biggest guess is some nigga tried Tori. Tori a little short, more something big. Probably quick fight. Gave a nigga the 1, 2, 3, 4. And hey, he gotta die now.
And then if we talking prison politics, they probably wanted to extort him.
Right. Because this
you
is
here with all this money, and you gonna give us some, or you gonna lose your life.
And this is LA, the home of the extortions. They go on extortion, they go on extortion you. They just got a RICO case full of niggas who are extorting niggas.
Right.
Come and move around. They do press niggas. Hey, we want you to come around and you're cool coming around, but we need you to make these donations.
Because he was in there helping people. I just saw a video about an inmate who had received like life plus something, and Tory Lanez helped him, and he was doing a phone interview saying he's getting ready to come home now because Tory Lanez helped him. Wow. And this wasn't even a video about Tory Lanez, it was about the prison system.
Right.
And this dude was just featured. He was a black man. So, if Tory is who he portrayed himself to be before he left, then he is in there preaching the gospel and helping black men.
For sure. Because I remember during COVID, Quarantine Radio was turned the fuck up. Quarantine Radio was one of the hottest shows, and he had also found a way to kind of beat the system, beat the industry. They didn't like that at all.
No, they didn't like that. So
they didn't like that at all. Like, hold on, nigga, who are you to find your own way of making your money in the industry
and turn us down? He J. Cole'd them, and Young Dolph them, and either you part of their in crowd or you not, and it's tricky when you're not.
Right.
And right now, they are absolutely okay. They are absolutely You got the card? They're absolutely tearing up artists in the industry right now. Black artists in the industry are losing their protection. Like even with this Diddy trial, this is a horse and pony show because he's overcharged for what they presenting, right? I mean, we watching
Hell
him
yeah. They're talking
tear
about giving
down.
him life.
Yeah, we're for being a nasty,
Extra
freaky,
freaky ass nigga.
Ike Turner type nigga, but they Ricoing just him, So, but my point is, look at what they're doing to black entertainers right now.
Right. It kind of seems like they want to make an example.
They're embarrassing the hell out of them. Is what they're doing.
And that's the that's something that I kind of honed into this Diddy case, and I was like, okay, so he extra freaky. All right, I'm talking about he the wild.
He's a different level of freak.
He's a different. I done heard some shit that I probably would have been good. I was at work in the truck, looking up at the top of the truck, like I know they didn't just say this nigga like the rub. What the fuck?
Yes, they did. That's what they said. A lot of people said it, so it must be so freaky, nasty.
And then,
but everybody seemed to be willing, of age, and consensual. So, and were paid fairly well for this. So my thing is it a crime for people who will do anything for money to once they do it, they feel victimized? Like either you stand for something or fall, you win. How you
see, because the escort nigga was saying like, yeah, Cassie asked for the pee in the mouth.
Yeah, Cassie asked for this.
And see, and although she got dog walked in the hallway and that was fucked up, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes they play in our face way too much. You mean tell me she said she was introduced to oral sex at the time she was what, 28 or somewhere around that range?
Like, come on.
You
didn't start that late and then get to that.
Either level. You didn't do it, like either you, like I mean, even if you didn't do it, you heard of it. You at least saw it once. You knew about somebody else giving some head.
True. I'm a woman, and I've been very transparent about my different phases of femalism.
Yes, you have.
Okay,
yes, you have.
And I'm telling you that a bitch does not go from being 28, never giving head, to doing the shit that Cassie was doing. You don't elevate like
come pee on me.
Yeah, you don't elevate. I'm 42. My daughter finna be 26. I'm 41. My daughter finna be 26. Mm-hmm. I ain't never did none of the stuff.
That shit is wild. It's
really exposing that all of these people who live this persona and have people want to perpetuate their lifestyles are really just hoes that's gonna go and freak nasty niggas with money.
Yeah.
So if anything, this should stop people from wanting to get into that industry, but it's still people willing to be Cassie.
Yeah.
To get through the door. So I don't understand how they victims. Tory is actually a victim.
Yeah, he is.
He's a victim.
And,
Megan and her friend need to go to jail.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever time they gave Tory, they need to give Megan, Kelsey, and the husband, since he knew all this time, because don't they hold that over our head? Aren't we mandated to report crimes if we know about it?
Hell yeah. Now, my whole thing is about the husband. I know the bitch was married. Now, when did she? Now,
I think she just recently got married.
She did that.
Yeah, she had just recently when she stopped.
Yeah. So she done went through the phase enough to where down there done up that file on her.
Yeah.
Well, let me get married now. I'm sanctified. I want to.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Yeah, they ought to go to jail.
That's
what I'm trying to tell.
So now I'm gonna get right.
Yeah. You just avoided attempted murder.
Correct. So now I'm gonna get right.
Now I'm gonna get right. This nigga done took the charge. And they're getting shanked up. Shanked down, nigga. No, that's crazy shit. And all this does, and I'm talking to my homegirl today on the way home. All this does, I told her, I said, all this does is just, I always say when things like this, they always come out with this, oh, believe, black women believe all this. I said, all this does is just fucks it up more for women who really gotta deal with this shit.
Absolutely. So it makes it harder for actual victims to come out.
Yep.
And it really makes the black woman look a certain sort of way. So you got to think about what they're doing to the black image right now. Because they knew from, we saw the Tory Lanez trial, right? We heard that testimony. We heard this no dog in the race witness who just lived right there where they stopped their drunk ass car at, give his testimony as to what happened. And
your audio messing up. Come on, Mo.
Huh?
Your audio messing up a tad bit. Let me try to. Let me see.
I don't know. It sounds worse now.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay. When I'm on mute, I still hear that static.
Okay, I do too. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go on. Huh. All right. Say something now.
Hello.
Still kind of staticky. Still got a little feedback.
Yeah, but it's coming from. What about now?
You good now? You good?
Okay. So I had to turn off the echo cancellation.
Oh shit. Man, now I hear myself in the background. Hold on. Got this spooky ass music in the background. Oh shit.
What about now?
It's back staticky.
What about now?
It's good right there.
All right.
I still hear echo, but
oh heck,
I don't know. I'll go on mute while you talk though.
I was trying to get some advanced settings going in. This is new.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure it out for us, true. But I think that, and I'm gonna say this and pass the mic back. I think that what they have given us in the last 2 years, as far as putting these entertainers in the limelight and making these huge spectacles, I'm a firm believer in, if they showing you their right hand, look for their left. Because they're only going to show you what they want you to see. And so if news media and the American government want us to look at all of these black entertainers and all of their criminal behaviors that have been protected and hidden for so long, while it has always been known, then what are you doing? What are you doing? So, for me, I always advise people when this type of stuff is going on, go to your state legislative page and figure out what bills they trying to push through, baby, because there's something going on. And I'm going to pass the mic.
Right on. That's definitely right. That ties into the last video I did, the last piece of content I put out on Monday. I was off of work and I put out this piece of content. And it was called Control Culture. I think I got the thumbnail somewhere up in here. And it was talking about ideological subversion undermines hip hop and mental health movements. And I had to introduce ideological subversion. I had to go back Cold War side type shit, but I tied it into media today because a big part of that is with the media. It's basically them, the people who are against America. But back then in the Cold War, it was the Soviets and the Russians and things like that. But in my opinion, I do believe that anybody that's against American culture or America in general, this is the template to fuck us over. And this is like, it kind of plays the long game, the divide and conquer game, but it's four parts. I'm gonna bring these up real quick. I still got the notes over here. It's 4 parts of it, and I had a long convo with my pops about this shit too, about media control and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Right there. All right, so this shit right here, this is the 4 stages of ideological subversions: demoralization, the undermining the foundational beliefs, moral values, and trust in institutions, family, religion, education; destabilization, crippling societal structures, crisis, and normalization. So now, when I see all this shit, like you just said, it just sparked it just fired off one of my synapses. Is what the fuck are they trying to get across? When I think about social media nowadays, I went kind of in depth with it, all type of shit. Real dope show. But I went in depth with it because now that I watch these streamers become superstars and I kind of watch how they kind of shape the industry now, I kind of watch Casanet. I've been watching him on the outside in just as a fan from my kids, you know. But I watch how they put him in the shower with old boy. I watch what old boy do. I watch how he go to these foreign places and they call him nigga all the time and it's funny to them. I watch how they blast this Diddy shit all across and they going 10 times like extra. I'm watching how how off in Atlanta, how they overusing RICO. They sent them teachers that cheated on them state tests. They put them in the RICO too as well. And RICO was made for the mob and the mafia and all that gang shit. So I feel like it's like a I don't know, but like you said, when they put this much bullshit in front of us, we're at a point now where this shit never cuts the fuck off. The internet never cuts the fuck off. So it's all day of bullshit, and 98% of this shit, maybe a little bit more, is all distractions. Meanwhile, while they got us over here arguing about some simple shit, round earth and flat earth, Muslim or Christian, you know, whatever the fuck, they getting their shit off on the legal side. They passing laws, switching words up in textbooks, changing all type of shit. So, you know, when you said that kind of sparked because that's what it is. It's a distraction. Now we gotta figure out what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Even with this shit off in the front and it's fucked up, but they kind of keep us in the smoke and mirrors with this this type of shit. And then all of a sudden my homegirl, she also said that she was like, yeah, what's up, Gordo? Man dropped a swimsuit line today. I said, today? Like, just like today after they got stabbed up and shit at the bodyguard? She was like, yeah, she dropped a swimsuit line today. I Ah, shit. What the fuck going on right here? Some wild shit going on, Madam O. Some weird.
It is. So are you familiar with South Africa's reverse apartheid?
Not really.
So about 12 years ago, some South Africans decided that they were going to reverse the ancestral wrongs. Okay. And the government allowed it. And so what they did was they told the Afrikaners, which you know is the white colonizing Africans, your people came here illegally, they stole our land, and we taking it back. So for the last 12 years in a lot of South Africa, it has looked like the Jim Crow civil rights era in reverse, vice versa. Okay, they put them off their land. They put them in projects. They had to apply for government assistance, like they've been doing them bad, and they have been begging the white Afrikaners have been begging America and Canada to seek refuge. Um, they just brought over quite a bit of them to America. I think the first ones landed yesterday, and they were on chartered planes. Hey, Gordo. Yeah, so they got that going.
What the
and
fuck?
yes.
Let's play this video real quick.
This is Coronation Park, a squatter camp in Krugersdorp, South Africa. Although impoverished blacks in the region far outnumber their white counterparts, this camp is one of a growing number of townships populated mostly by Afrikaners, white South Africans. In the 19 years since the fall of apartheid, more and more whites are coming face to face with poverty and social meltdown.
I'm sorry, it's racist. I'm not a racist, but the blacks comes first and then the whites. And even highly qualified whites don't even get a position in South Africa.
A controversial affirmative action policy sees blacks take precedence over whites on the job market, giving some people little choice but to move into tents and caravans in camps such as this one.
Apartheid was a problem, but this is the only country in the world where the majority has got affirmative action. America's got affirmative action, everybody's got affirmative action, but this is the only country where the majority has got affirmative action.
Post-apartheid governments have struggled to achieve redistribution of wealth and economic growth, and formerly comfortable Afrikaners see themselves as victims of reverse apartheid. In spite of this, white South Africans still control most of the country's economy.
Yeah, so Trill, they honestly have wiped a lot of it off the internet. In the last few years, I have been following this since it first started because when I saw it, it tripped me out. So I went digging. Um, yeah, man, they not playing like they had like the reverse Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, it's old, Gordo. They been started it. Like the black people would come to the white people house in the middle of the night and do the whole family in. Like you gotta go. Um, so I think that's where that Elon Trump thing came into play. And Elon is using Trump in America to free his people. So they have done an ethnic cleansing.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, there you go. What you said?
I know. I just said, oh shit. Damn. Hold on, let me add that to the rabbit hole. Listen on my phone. See, I gotta take notes. I'll be taking notes and shit. So now, add this to the rabbit hole part.
Yes.
Damn.
So now, you remember after the election, black women were saying we are the 98% and we gonna mind our black ass business for the next 4 years. Remember that's been a trend, right?
Right.
All right, and you know, last month They had the march that black women was stay y'all black ass at home. We not going out marching with them, remember?
Correct.
So now, this in the last week, um, the white people have gotten together and discussed the others of them, which are the gingers, the redheads, and they've sent their redhead cousins in, and black people have did what black people historically do, and they've adopted the gingers. Okay, so now there's a trend saying gingers are black. So there are a bunch of videos of white ginger-headed people. Um, some of them are really mocking it, like, "Oh, thank God I'm black. I always knew it because if you rearrange the words of ginger, yeah, um, it's real crazy." They talk about how they have always been outed and been othered, and so black people are adopting them now. They found their loophole. It was. It was Gordo.
Are you guys a couple? Are you?
Gordo said, think about it, Trill. That was our generation. Welcome era. Light skin, bro. Yeah. Drake, J. Cole, K. Dot was making that. Yeah, they were making it. That's crazy word.
So gingers are black now, according to TikTok. I've seen like 100 videos on this in the past few days, and I just want to say, from the ginger community to the black community, thank you. We appreciate the love, the support. We hope we can reciprocate it in every way possible. And thank you for... What? I'm not even speeding. Why am I being pulled over right now? Give me one sec, guys. This is so weird. Like, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't on my phone. I was wearing a seatbelt. I don't know why he's pulling me over. Give me one sec, guys. Hey, good afternoon, officer. What seems to be the problem?
Look here, boy, I'm going to be the one asking the questions today.
Well, look, man, I mean, I just want to know what's going on.
You'll know when I write you this damn ticket.
I mean, you don't have to be a fucking dick about it.
Don't talk back to me like that, you damn ginger.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. I was in the wrong. Let's just diffuse this situation. Let me grab my wallet, and I'll
He's
let
got
you...
a gun.
Where am I? Oh, hell no. So gingers are black
Yeah,
now?
so did you hear that video? So if you got to go to TikTok, Trill. Go to TikTok. They are perpetuating all black stereotypes in their thanks for welcoming us to the Black Family inaugural videos.
Look at this fat fuck. Oh, they playing so much. Oh, hell no. The fuck is this? No, it is tripping. What the fuck? Okay. Let me pull up this nigga right here. Because now we're talking about go on me real quick, Madam Mo, with the echo. Appreciate it. Now we're talking about black gingers, right? Now, where my mind first went is these two some bitches. Now we're gonna pull these niggas up. You know what I'm saying? There is a motherfucker down there in Dallas, Texas. I don't know what hood he from, where he from, but you might have heard of him. His name is Jen Lee. His name is Jen Lee. Would he be a ginger? I mean, let me switch. Gordo said, you see all the Blood and Bone documentaries playing out. Yeah. Let me see. What the fuck is going on? Let me see. Would he qualify as ginger? Yes or no? Somebody talk to me. You been talking about, you been saying the word nigga lately.
Yes, he qualifies as ginger.
Okay. Would he qualify as ginger? Yes or no? So he be a ginger as well?
Yeah, they redheads. Redhead, red beards, those are gingers.
So is that why they feel comfortable with saying the word nigga?
No, because this trend just started like within the last 7 days.
But what if they was already up on the trend?
So it started from a black woman that's a TikToker who made a video stating that gingers were black, and she came up with her whole scientific method why they were. So that's where this trend started from. So no, they just, to be honest, okay, now let me be real about it. Historically in the United States, when they did this racist reclassification and pseudoscience and all of this, states, particularly like Virginia, who outlawed anybody from claiming any ethnicity or race other than black or white. Um, Ginger is like coarse hair. Okay, it's a ethnical sign. So normally, historically, they have Irish in their family. There's some Irish blood in there that brings that ginger hair color. And you'll see that a lot of them even have corals. Like their hair is much more coarse than regular Europeans. So back then, they were given the option: choose black or white, because that was all you could choose, and they chose white. So they have tried to dye their carrot tops because they didn't like being called carrot tops. They've tried to dye it blonde. They've tried to tan their skin, which messes with their freckles. They've tried everything to maintain some level of whiteness because it's better than being us, right? Um, but they do have more soul. They literally were here before the colonizers were here with us. So I think that's where that comes from. You'll find most ginger women, unless they do a lot to change it, they actually have hips and butt and a top lip and a little soul. I mean, you find most ginger people will have rhythm, unlike Caucasian, regular European people. So, there's that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They do. And okay, I I've known about like the Irish and shit, and like Gordo just said, them being the blacks or the blue people. You know what I'm saying? They was the lower level of the white people over there. You know what I'm saying? And damn man, like huh. Damn.
It was our connection to them that actually forced them to come with that classification system that we now abide under. Because blacks and Irish people were one and the same. They were already married and everything. Like they were marrying, especially in the South. Um, but then the government said, "Oh hell no," because then we would have been the majority. They would have been the minority, and a lot of the stuff that went on wouldn't have went on. So
Yeah, man. Now Gordo said all the ginger women I know thick as fuck. Now I do know of one that is ginger. That's what I was ruminating on in my mind just now. She is ginger, and she got freckles, and she got them hips. Um, man, Dr. Omar wouldn't be proud of me the way I fuck with her tough, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. But no, damn. Okay. I ain't see in the slave movie, stay in the country with the slave. Yeah. Right. And even in Sinners, even in Sinners, people were Irish, I believe, or of Irish descent. They was doing river dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Like I knew about them. See, I ain't on TikTok. I feel like I'm already on too many social medias. That's a motherfucking is with all this shit, trying to make sure. But
I went to upload the chicken's video on their TikTok channel. I don't be on there either. I didn't even know I was monetized on there and could go live. Okay. I just found that out last night.
my guy JD's in the building. Don't worry, we gonna get the sports segment real soon. We gonna bring you up in case you want to get up here. Talking about them funky ass Chiefs, nigga. They gotta come home and pay taxes and tariffs.
Do we have to talk football? The Saints don't exist no more. JD, don't come up here talking football. Let's talk about something else. You want to talk about the rainbows and the birds and the bees?
There is a sports segment because we got Dallas sports news. It is a slight, not a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of drops.
Y'all at home with us. Y'all not in this year either. I don't know why
What you
y'all be in
mean?
denial.
I mean, this is a brand new year. I don't know what even happened last year. We don't even care. But what we do know for this year is we got them Chiefs back in Dallas, Texas. If you don't know, the Chiefs were originally the Dallas Texans, and they left because there wasn't enough room for the both of us. Took the ass up 35. You feel what I'm saying? Now they up there at Kansas City. They finally start winning championships, but they gotta come home. I told JD and every other Kansas City nigga I know a few of them. I was on Facebook talking big shit. Everywhere I seen a Kansas City nigga, I was talking big shit. Y'all niggas gotta come home and kiss the ground. You know, you gotta come home and pay taxes and tariff. You gotta come home and check in. You gotta drive through South Dallas and East Dallas and West Dallas and Pleasant Grove and Oak Cliff and North Dallas. You got to drive through and check in with niggas for y'all to make sure that Patty leave in one piece. But anyway, that's just sports talk. We can get to that later. But anyway.
Did you see what the Saints did? Do that make any sense what they did? That don't make no sense. I'm shamed.
I mean, I'm going to tell y'all where y'all headed. I'm going to tell y'all where y'all headed.
No, I don't need you to tell me anything about the Saints trip.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You need to come to reality with the Saints fans because the Cowboys is going to do the same thing. Like, y'all ain't shit.
This is where the Saints are about to be. Pull this picture up right here. We going back old school on niggas when the Saints dropped the S and became the Aints. This is what's gonna happen to you niggas.
Bro, go to hell.
This is what's gonna happen. You niggas is cooked, done, finito. Might as well move the team to Mobile, move it to Birmingham or something. You know what I'm saying? That shit over with. That's how we're looking at the Aints right now.
The Saints should be the San Antonio Saints.
San Antonio Saints is wild.
Yeah, the owner put so much of his name all over San Antonio.
Yeah. Well, make sure y'all get the paper bags ready.
Make sure you have your skirt together.
You know what I'm
Y'all gonna be
saying?
looking like Diddy party guests.
Dallas is on fire right now.
Yes, on fire. Diddy
We up
fire.
we up 3-1 on the Winnipeg Jets, stars and 5. Stanley Cup is in our sights.
Trill, y'all finna look like the men that just testified at the Diddy trial, man.
We
Y'all
got the
gonna be
number
out with y'all
one
skirt up.
draft pick, the main man from Maine coming down. We got Cowboys dropping. We got George Pickens. We about to set the city on fire with this shit. Rangers whooping ass. It's over with.
Y'all don't need no water either. Let the motherfucker burn.
It's over with. Shout out to the Aints though. It's legendary. Shout out to Arch Manning too. Archie. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Let me.
why you ain't leave that up there? Put that back up there. What you say, JD? Dallas fans get humbled every year, though. Absolutely, because they be in denial.
How are we in denial?
Because y'all still trying to live VHS starter jacket days.
So let me ask this question, right? You know, I'm always flunk the championships. You know, I know they know they keep them polished up there. Pause. They keep them shiny. I know we ain't won one in a long time, but if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the old money spend like new money, don't it?
Old money don't win new games. Dallas got a saying, or at least they had when I was running that motherfucker. New money ain't nothing. I don't know if you ever heard a Dallas nigga say that, but I heard quite a few of them say that. Yeah, new money ain't nothing. So it's that old money ain't gonna buy no new games, Trill. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying we keep talking about championships, and I keep trying to, I keep trying to see niggas put themselves in the higher echelon of champions, of dynasties, what they trying to become. When I see championships, I can't help but to think that the old money spend like the new money. If I got an old 20 from 1997 and I got a new 20 from 2025, they both gonna spend the same. Those championships still shine. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a very long time. Y'all just got look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. We back. We not tripping on none of that shit. Clear it out. We back on top. Mavs in 5. Stars whooping ass right now. Rangers in 5. Everybody in 5. Even the goddamn Dallas Wings in 5 too. Whooping that. We gonna win championships across the board. We gonna clear it out.
You better hope
You
I
know.
don't figure out how to put me an avatar up there.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, but what's up, Sarah? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, that's all for the sports segment. But since we got y'all here, man, the last thing I do want to talk about is this. I did a video a few months ago about, I don't know if y'all ever heard of sacropods, of suicide pods. This guy in Switzerland, his name is Dr. Death, kind of created the suicide pod. It is a pod, and it's a whole movement called the Right to Die movement. It giving people the rights to take themselves out of the game. They just got approved in Switzerland, and it is approved, and it was used for the first time last year. This is the guy who created the whole shit. They call him Dr. Death. What the fuck is it?
That's how you gonna be holding your head. That's how Dallas Cowboy fans gonna look. Come the end of the year.
It's fucked up. probably we're gonna be holding our head like that because we just can't believe we won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, we've been waiting for years. You know what I'm saying? We just been waiting, man. You know that old shine never lacks. But this motherfucker right here on the screen is Dr. Niche. Dr. Niche is what they call. He calls himself Dr. Death. He is the forefront leader of the Sacropods. He is the leader of the Right to Die movement. This is a trigger warning. This does involve a discussion about suicide, which some readers may find distressing. But this pod right here, it is designed to fill up with nitrogen, decreasing the oxygen level, knocking the person inside unconscious in under 1 minute before they pass away after 10 minutes. He described it on the How It Ticks podcast last year in December. I watched that podcast. It was very different. Host Mike Connors told Philip, his name is Philip Niche, that's the guy's name, told him, get this shit off the fucking screen, that he was surprised to hear it was painless. It was a painless way to do it, asking, so there's no struggle from the body, gasping for oxygen, things of that nature. So I wanted to get a quick opinion as we end the show on what do you guys think about this shit. This is a picture of the suicide pod. Ain't shit funny, JD. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit gonna be funny on Thanksgiving when you gotta put your head down in your stuffing. Pause, because the goddamn Chiefs getting beat by 20 by the boys. But anyway, it's gonna happen. It's manifest destiny and all that shit. Crystals and spirits and sprinkles. Sacropods. Madam O, what do you think about the right to die? We know everybody says, everybody has the right to live, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I haven't thought about was a person's individual right to die. Give me your opinion on that.
Didn't Dr. Kevorkian try that and they put him in prison?
I believe so.
I believe though that it should be up to the people. Like, I think that government outreach is crazy. They want to tell women whether or not they can abort a little fetus. They want to tell people whether or not they want to keep living. Like, I think that should be up to you. If your life is that fucked up and you feel like you need to die, then I think that you should be able to go die. Like, that's your right. Especially if you don't want to suicide by cop, if you don't want to force somebody's hand and make somebody kill you, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the people who crash out because they don't want to be here. So they do a lot of stupid stuff until finally somebody give them what they want, but it's at the expense of someone else. So I'm for it. I don't know where your host has went, but if you dial 988, that is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you live in the city of Dallas or DFW area and you are a football fan, you might want to save that to your favorites for the upcoming football season, because we understand.
Right. So one thing I can say about that is I don't remember a time a Cowboys fan put a motherfucking grocery sack over our shit because the team was so bad. We ain't never crash out like that. To actually pay money to go to the game is just to put a paper sack cut and put a glory hole.
Man, that was the peach people.
They cut that glory hole in them grocery sacks and them paper sacks, and they wore it on their head when the Saints was getting mud stomped. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what it is. But like I said, I'm not opposed to it. Like I said, this motherfucker right here, Philip Niche, been kind of gone on a world tour about it. Somebody got arrested for this shit. Where's God? It said on September 23rd, the pod was used for the first time by a 64-year-old American woman in Switzerland. She traveled over there with the doctor who oversaw the procedure being taken into police custody by the Swiss Federal Police. According to the doctor, the woman had a fast, peaceful, and dignified death using the device with Philip Niche. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. So that's something I have to, wait a minute. I did have some notes on this, though. Because I was going to put okay, for sure. Appreciate it, Madam O. Shout out to you. Shout out to your husband. Hopefully, I think I might call Jerry Jones and I might can get you on the bandwagon. We might got some room for JD too. We can get JD on the bandwagon too. He might have to hold on like the niggas that do the trash truck shit. Hold on to the edge of that bitch. But we got room for niggas that, eventually by mid-season, be like, okay, let me go ahead. Cause all y'all are truly just Cowboy fans deep down in y'all heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. But shout out to you and the husband over there. Shout out to y'all. Y'all make sure that y'all say go Cowboys when y'all pray tonight over y'all food y'all eat. So, thank you, baby Jesus. Go Cowboys. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, these suicide pods, basically the person in the pod is left in a zero oxygen environment, breathing easily, just with no oxygen, which Philip Nice claimed is not the same sort of death you get when you obstruct the breathing. This is more of a peaceful way. It is hypoxia. You're unconscious. Step by step, different essential activities controlled by your brain are switched down. 5 to 10 minutes, and once you press that button, there is no stopping. So, like I said, I'm kind of 85-15 on it. A little 95-5 because shit, I believe if you got the right to live, if somebody feel like, they have the right to die, then if they can afford to die in a little Dragon Ball Z pod, then why should we stop them? Why should we stop them? But that's about it. That is about it for today's show. We're going to bring some music back in. Madam Mo said, I don't ride wagons, my guy. Save it for the fans that got to ride to the hospital. Crazy work. We're going to cut on some little spooky music with that. So, in today's show, maybe y'all want to red ball it back to the very beginning. We talked about, and bring these topics back up briefly. We talked about the toilet camera and the AI called Throne. If you want to take care of your health and you're a little baller out there, you got a little baller, you can get you a little camera for your toilet that'll, scan your shit and it'll tell you whether you're living healthy or not. You know what I'm saying? It'll tell you that. We also talked about the woman in Kentucky who son got a hold of her phone and bought $70,000 of dumb suckers. Talked about that. We also talked about the weird, freaky ass nigga in New York City that is rolling himself up in carpet and letting people literally step on him. Literally step on him. Like literally he's in the middle of the fucking ground on some street in New York City. What the fuck is on my screen dropping down? People are stepping on him. This is the freaked out nigga right here that is rolling himself up in carpet and getting stepped on. We also talked about red-eyed zombie freaked out cicadas, horny cicadas, zombified cicadas coming to a town, to a city, to a forest, to a tree near you. We also talked about what's going on in Springfield Township, Ohio. Like I said, if you just in here now, if you've never been through one of these shows on Wednesdays, this is where the show gets weird. This is the show that kind of satisfied, my other part of my duality. I can't be serious all the time, and I don't want to talk about who shot who was around the corner, who shadowed, who got the shit, It's enough niggas talking about the same shit. So I bring to you the trio where we'll talk about strange news and a lot of what the fucks that's going on. So one of the what the fucks today, besides the other one I said before, was the raccoon with the meth pipe. And yes, we do have pictures of the raccoon with the meth pipe. the raccoon with the meth pipe is also a pet raccoon with the meth pipe. His name is Chewy. This is the woman who got caught. The raccoon, they was stopped for an arrest. They went back to the car. A raccoon popped out, and this is Chewy. This is Chewy. This is real. This is a real photo. This is not artificial intelligence. This is not nothing altered. This is some shit that you never seen, never gonna see. Shout out to Fox 8 in Ohio. This is the raccoon named Chewy, who is a legal pet, certified, got papers on him. They went back into the car and found crack cocaine, meth, and 3 used glass meth pipes. This is the lady. Look like some of these bitches on YouTube. All in the jaw. It's in the jaw structure and the eyes. Got the meth eyes. And you see how the glass is kind of crooked, like, and the hair is just showing. But the raccoon is okay. Chewy is okay. Chewy got papers. Chewy got shots. They let us down to what you can and cannot have as an exotic pet. We also found out, me and Shan, the rest of the people in here, found out what a sugar glider is. That's a pet possum, a little finger possum. Strange shit. Like I said, this is my shit right here. When I'm not talking about mental health and hip hop and all this shit, this is where my mind is. This is what I'm doing. If you've been wondering, I'm trying to find stories like this to bring to you every motherfucking Wednesday on the True World Order. The raccoon with the meth pipe. You're not gonna see this nowhere else. Yeah. We're gonna leave Chewy up on the screen real quick, but we also talked about the missing woman in Wisconsin who dipped out on her kids. She was 20 years old. She did some shit, dipped out on her kids, never seen again. She's living in Indianapolis. She been gone for damn near 60 years. Strange shit. Deadbeat motherfucker, but she dipped out on her kids and they found her and she didn't want to be found. Shout out to that. Hope she gets some child support papers coming soon. She 80 years old. Talked about Tory Lanez, talked about the suicide pods. I think that is it. That is it. If you can, this is an interactive show. So if you're watching this on a third party screen, you can take your phone up on a TV and put this QR code, line that some bitch up, put it in the crosshairs. It's gonna send you to a Linktree page where you can find all my shit. Make sure you subscribe to everything I'm on. Twitter, Facebook. Facebook, we up to 15,000 people are there on Facebook, and memberships are available on Facebook as well for $1. Make sure we get our, we grinding back up. We getting back in the mood. We back in the gym. We back putting out the content on a consistent basis. I think we found a nice little structure, nice little pocket to do what we do, and we just don't give a fuck as usual. Time has allowed me to do this shit, and we having fun with this shit. Tomorrow, I will have a show tomorrow on Thursday, on Trill Thursdays. That show will be, I'm thinking it'll either be this one, this Malcolm X, I got that one on. The other one, but that's some totally different. I might do that next week, next Sunday or some shit. But it's gonna be something tomorrow. I'll make a thumbnail for it tonight. I got 2 or 3 of them that I might try to get off, and just make sure that you just go and fuck with the goddamn page, man. I know it's a lot of shit going on out here, and I also know it's a lot of niggas putting out a lot of meaningless content that you can't take nothing from, and I'll try my best to, put some shit out here that y'all gonna love. Let me tap into this one right here. View the channel, and then we gonna get and share the screen. Goddamn. Yeah, so make sure you're over here on the Trill Pill Edition. Right now we at 121 subs. Let's get that up. I might, give away something at 500 and 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Might give away some money and whatnot. Everything you see Trill Pill Digital is right here. We got the videos and everything is in here. It's 170 videos. Just put the shit on autopilot and just go. You know what I'm saying? Just go. Very bingeable content. Fuck with me. I'm also on Twitter. That's where the shit gets real over there on Twitter. I got the playlist there. I got the playlist over here, so it's real bingeable. Some of you just press play and fuck with me. Like I said, and it's all right here. All in one hub right here. Trill Pill Digital. So shout out to y'all. Get that done. I will drop a link, but it's a QR code right there. Just use your phone. Let me see. I don't know how this goes. Let me see. I don't know how the fuck I do this shit on here. But anyway, I'll figure it out. In the meantime, in between time, it's time for me to get up off of here. I have fully exhausted my social battery, so I'm done. I love y'all. Make sure y'all take care of y'all. My phone is buzzing, and I might call that the ginger with the freckles and that ass. And I might call her in a minute. It's 8:41. She probably off of work right now. I might see what she doing tonight. In the meantime, I'm gone. Trill World Order episode 67, Beauty in the Bathtub. I will say this. Shout out to all the freaking women taking pictures in the bathtub. Take more bathtub pictures. Take more bathtub pictures. Make sure you get a good lather. Get that good soap in there. If you know what I'm saying, get that good. Get you some soap in that tub. Don't just sit up in the tub. Get some soap. Make it look sexy. You understand? Put some candles. Cut the light. Dim the lights. All right, man. I'm out of here, man. Madam is pulling me by my ear right now. Don't do it. Okay. We won't. I wasn't going to do it, but this is a Trill World Order, but I'm not going to do it. But the title is Beauty in the Bathtub. Shout out to everybody out there. Much love for y'all. We started off with some K-Rock and some Mr. Pookie. Start off with some legendary shit. We're going to end on some legendary shit. Legendary Dallas, Texas shit. We're going to go with some motherfucking, since Madam Mo's in the building, we're going to go Texas and Louisiana with y'all. We're going to go Rally Boys featuring Big Thomas and the Hot Boys. Rally Up by the Rally Boys. Shout out to Cosmo. Shout out to G Snow, Big Thomas, Manny Fresh, and them Hot Boys. Y'all know who the fuck they are. Rally Up by the Rally Boys. That's gonna be the ending song of the show. I'm out of here. Yeah, we done. I'm out. Bye. Go wash your ass.
I tell you one time I sell coke and bitches. I tell no lies, nigga, I'm about my riches. I ride with TVs to excite these bitches. Nigga, I do what I do and I do it well. I'll never be the next nigga tag toe living in hell. And caged up and can't make bail. My round gave me a front and I gambled and fell. I'm 210, brown skin, hard up hustler from this life I've been in. Got this rap game on lock and these other niggas can't win. And I'm shedding tears for my niggas in a pen. Doing alphabet life sentences. Ain't enough money in this world that could bring them back out, you nigga. But Playboy, I must ball till I fall. Drink like a gas tank, keep taking trips to the bank. So Playboy, won't you tell me how you loving that one, nigga?
Lil Weezy, Desperado, just don't give a damn. Snatch a girl, cut off her hand, make her look like a man. Cash money, my bloodstream, I'm an official head sitter. Gorilla made nigga, uptown great filler. I ride 20s all day, don't ball the block, I be sending 50 y'all way. I don't think they ready for when my salt all spray. But I'ma be a hot boy nigga always.
Always.
Coming down one time. Cash money, rally boys. Chance of making 30. I don't know if it's the music, the alcohol, or the weed that make me put on my soul.
with the rag and go get what I need. Nice cars, good weed for my cigars, money for whatever when we get back from war. Heat it up with them boys with chopper toys on the hips. Bitches on the dick, swamp water on the sticks. We gon' rally from Louisiana, Texas to Cali. Beat up back street riders with the weight in the alley. South Pino, and we been paper chasing for days, making cash money, rallying up, boy. Always.
You can love me and leave me, keep me and free me. Call me on my cell, a bitch, you could beat me. Ride with me and walk, put my shit in poke. If you ain't got no gas money, then bitch, don't talk. That's my Benz, my house, my shit. That's your shoes, your shirt, and your little other outfit. One thing I'll tolerate is a broke ass slut. I'm doing all the work, bitch, while you getting all the nuts. Nah, some of you niggas wear G-strings too. See, some of you niggas run with bitch-made crews. See, some of you niggas impersonate men, but you gotta let a bitch be a bitch, whether it's family or friend.
Stacker, hoe taker, hang with real for fakers. I'm 20-inch rim riding, rolling sporter in gators, just like the ducks from Memphis 10. We gon' tear the club up. Mac a bitch like Dolomite and put a hole in the book. Hydroponic and chronic, crush promethazine, watching 90-inch screens, dropping birds on the beam. I'm rolling raw blue Hummer with them black rally stripes. Met a real bitch and whistle, fuck the hoe the same night. Cause play part, we on Rome like them next telephones. Roll from Texas to the Inno, smoke that Cadillac grown. Cash money and rally, we got the weight in the alley. From the Magnolia Projects to the clips in the valley. We leaving haters face down, cause we ain't giving a fuck. Hollow point slanging niggas with them dope ass nuts, we rally up.
Well, she's a playboy. I know you loving now. Nigga, you know how we do it with these Dallas boys. Rally boys, you know. Niggas flying in helicopters. Niggas rolling head buses. Niggas rolling with number one stunners. Niggas the big timers. You got to love us. Niggas rally boys. Gold. Cotton mouth, jizz, no. Rolexes on both wrists. That's right, that's right. Around our neck, nigga, we loving these bitches. Got my butts rally chillin' nigga. We don't play with you, bitch, nigga. Got this rally, entertainment.
Putting it down, you heard me?
Tomorrow.
For sure. It's them rally boys. 1999, 2000 and forever. We rally up.